Hi, welcome to Conversations with Carissa. This video is going to be about how we install this little mini irrigation system. And so instead of me having to come out here every day and do watering, I want to get this set up on a timer so that it can take care of itself, you guys. And so what we're going to do is try to use this to where it's going to cover that area over here where all of the pots are located, and then this area here as well. And so we're just trying to figure it out, and so as we go along I'll show you what we're doing or what have you. But before I get into the video, I want you to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, you guys. All right, I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, you guys, Roderick, we went through and just kind of strategically put all of the little
irrigation
stakes and the irrigation plugs. We went ahead and just put them throughout the garden here and over at the larger garden over here. And so Roderick did this for me, you guys. I'm so appreciative of him putting this together for me, but he's going to show you how he put it together. And it was real simple, y'all. It was real simple. It was just a matter of having to kind of cut. I didn't know how he was going to get to the other side because I just didn't know how he was going to get there, but he did it, y'all. Maybe you want to show?
Yeah, the way it starts off is that there's a shutoff valve that comes from the hose pipe. The irrigation system comes with a little nozzle that splits off to two different directions. The first direction goes to the right, where you can start plugging in the sprinkler. What do you call this?
It's a stake.
The stakes themselves.
And then those the valves?
And the valves on top of it.
Okay.
So what I did is I put the shutoff valve, which controls the water flow, to go out to one stake, and then it transfers all the way throughout the other portion of the gardening. And then the second portion of it goes to this side, which literally just have one stake in it. And what I did is basically connected it on the little nozzle here, and then it goes into the stake nozzle, and then this piece comes off, which is the sprinkler portion of it, or the sprinkler valve.
Yeah, this is the sprinkler valve, you guys. Okay.
And so what I did is put the valve on top of it and just stuck it in an area where you feel like you want the water flow to come into that general area. And what Carissa and I decided to do was put it in areas that, with this one, there's only one control valve and one sprinkler head. The other one, I decided to take it and run it all the way throughout the garden and into the other portion of the garden right in here.
So let me bring you guys closer. So this is what he's saying. He just kind of, down here is where this, I think you can see it, where it's just kind of the valve, and where he just kind of, the hose, and he just kind of wired it to here, started here, and then just kind of started bringing it around to the other areas of the pots travel as well.
And it goes from connector to connector. So you would connect it from one string going in and then coming out with a valve, plugging it into the pot, coming out, travel into another pot, going in, then coming out. So it goes in and then comes out. Basically daisy chaining, like a daisy chain. So you really just go in and then go out, go in and go out to the very last one, which is on the very end of the pot back there.
And so I'm just kind of taking you around just to show you where the valves are located, if you can see it. There's one right here, back there. And so we strategically put the little irrigation system in place to where it'll hit both pots, all the pots, front and back.
The biggest thing that is need to make sure that everyone understands is that.
Okay, let me bring them back up, babe, so they can see you.
The biggest thing that you need to understand is that these little valves are the shut-off valves, which is right here.
Okay.
All you do is open it up. You really don't have to do that, because if you want to, you can take this line right here and run it directly into here without the shut-off valves.
And so this is the hose pipe. This is from the, this is the regular hose pipe. And so, baby.
So to say that is to say that if you don't want that connected up to it, you can just easily just connect it up to here and not have the shut-off valves to where it leads out to the hotel, the hose pipe. What's a hotel? Why say hotel?
No. You want to go to one?
Back to the matter at hand.
Oh.
So you want to make sure that you have it connected up to this hose pipe through this valve, and it connects up to here, which leads to the hose pipe right there, and it leads all the way back to a timer. That's
the hose pipe. That's the what you call that thing?
It's a that's the hose pipe. But what happens is that it leads all the way back around
to the
faucet, which has a timer on it.
And so I'll show you. We'll show you. We'll show you. Over here, babe. Let me step back. Get back in the camera, you guys. We'll show you where we got the timer, where the timer is placed. Okay.
But it's very simple. Like I say, it just goes from the hose pipe through these little travel tube lines out to the these little stakes, which has the little sprinklers on top of them, and then quite naturally you just punch it into each area. And because it has 4 sprinkler heads, you can easily just aim it to go there, to the right, left, in the middle, whichever area you want covered, depending upon how you place your pots.
Okay.
And that's it. Pretty easy.
Yeah, it was easy. I had to stay out of his way because he don't like. He's a genius when it comes to stuff like this, and so I have to step back and let him do his thing. You know.
It did not happen like that.
I did, you guys. I stepped back.
Oh, where you gonna put this? Oh, that ain't right. Oh, I want that over there. Oh, I need to make sure that's connected up there.
So the easiest part to this whole puzzle is that if you are going to be doing this, make sure you have a spouse that is not going to control the situation and allow you to do it, and then come back and let them make the corrections of what they need at the time. Because that's what I asked you, Miss James, is where do you want it? Am I right?
Yeah, you asked me and I told you where I wanted them. Mm-hmm. And I told you how I wanted it to be situated, mm-hmm. to where it's not just hitting just that one pot. I wanted to hit both pots because some of them don't have, we didn't put stakes in some of these. And so we were strategically placing them to where pots that didn't have the stakes in them was receiving water as well.
Oh, and also, by the way, it's not even about having a spouse. If you're going to be doing this by yourself, make sure you know exactly where you want to place them beforehand, and then that way you can test it afterwards. After you place it in the areas you want it, test it with the water, and then you can make the movements of putting it in other areas of the pots or a place where you want to place it to let the water flow come onto the pots, or in that area where you feel comfortable knowing that the water is going into that area.
How much did we pay? How much did we pay for this thing? I think we paid about $50.
I think it was, yeah, about $50.
About $50, and we got it off of Amazon. I know I get a lot of stuff off of Amazon because it's convenient, you guys. And so we got it off of Amazon, and I really like it. I'm going to show you how it looks when it comes on. We got a timer set to where it comes on like
Depending upon what time you
what
want to
time
set
of
it.
the day. Like, say for instance, it makes sense to water this at when this is in shade, so that the sun won't soak up the water, soak up the water out of the plants, out of the pots or what have you. And so it just made sense to kind of set the timer to a later time in the day, and that way the water will stay in the pots. And to be honest with you guys, we set it for what, 20 minutes?
Set it for 20 minutes.
We set it for
a day.
20 minutes.
You can set it up to be 20 minutes a day, 3 times a day, 4 times a day, 5 times. It's up to you. 1 through 7. I think the instruction says you can do up to 7 different time zones a day.
Okay.
Depending upon how long you want it, it's up to you as far as time. So
Okay.
we just set it up for 1 time a day for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
At 5:30, I think.
Right.
if I'm not
And
mistaken.
so and the reason for the 15 to 20 minutes is because when you see it, it's kind of like a is it a mist?
It's a mist.
It's like
not-
it's like a mist.
mist.
And
But-
so
No,
we were trying to give it long enough for it to soak in so that the water can get to the roots, you guys.
Yeah, it's not difficult again. So to say all of that, yeah, I mean, once you test it, let everyone see what it looks like.
I'll let you see how it
And,
looks.
Yeah, you should be okay.
Okay.
And no more projects for me, so I'm done. I'll just. take on the
Sometimes
fruits
we
of my
work
labor.
sometimes we work really well together, and sometimes we don't. And so today, and I think I'm gonna chalk it up to heat, you guys. I'm gonna chalk it up to heat because you see I'm sweating like I don't know what, but I'm gonna chalk it up to heat because we were in the heat of the day, and Roderick had his thing going on and he wanted to get back to his stuff, but I needed him to go ahead and get this done like today so I can share it with you guys as quickly as possible. Okay, anything else?
No, I think I'll go ahead and go up the hill to the house and see if I can get a meal out of someone up in that house up there on the hill.
Okay, you guys, I'm going to close this out and you'll see the irrigation system in play. Okay, so thank you for watching this video, and please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It's hot, y'all. I got to get out of here. Okay, you guys, this is how the irrigation system is looking. The water is, as I was saying to you all, it gives out a little mist, but it also, I think once you kind of get close to it, it gives us a fairly good amount of water. And so it really looks good, you guys. I have, as you can see, that one over here is aiming at this plant right here, and because I don't have one in this pot, but for the most part of it, there is some in a lot of them. But like this pot, which is the watermelon pot, and that's the blueberry pot, there's no stake in that one, but it's getting water from several different sections that have these stakes in them. And so it's looking really, really good. The reason why we have it set up for 15, I think Roderick has it set for 20 minutes, but we might can get away with doing it like for 15 minutes or so. This is not going to be on every single day because Roderick made a comment about our water bill was going to be high, but I'm only going to do it on the times that I know that we're not going to be able to get to it, and then we'll just set a timer on it for those days that we're not going to be able to water, or those weeks that we're not going to be able to water the plants on a continuous basis. We'll just turn the irrigation system on and let it do its due. Okay. All right, so that is it again for this video, and the irrigation system is working fairly well, you guys. Okay, I will holler at you on the next video. Okay, so you guys, this is the timer. So this is the setup. Okay. Actually, this should, oops, okay. I didn't do that one right. I did not do that one right, y'all. But I'm showing it to y'all anyway.